Hey everybody, welcome to Dirt Church MTB. Today we are going to look at normal 8-bit color versus the 10-bit D-Log on the DJI Osmo Action 4. Now the 10-bit has more color information, but it comes out flatter and kind of gray looking, so you have to do color grading in post. This is what 10-bit D-Log looks like without any color grading. This is what 10-bit D-Log looks like with color grading. And this is what 8-bit normal color looks like with no color grading at all. It's much easier to take this footage and get it from your camera onto YouTube. Today is definitely a day that I would like to have a front fender, and I haven't installed mine yet, so I'll have to stop and check my lens periodically, make sure I don't have any mud on it. So I'm going to do something different today. Most of the videos that I've made up to this point on the channel have been filmed using the D-Log, the 10-bit color, and that's what I'm filming on right now. This is my Osmo Action 4 in D-Log 10-bit, which takes in more color information, but produces a flatter looking picture that you have to correct and color grade in your editing software. So right now, this is the 10-bit color footage that I have color graded. I use DaVinci Resolve, and I am by no means an expert. In fact, shortly I plan to produce a video called Idiot's Guide to Color Grading in DaVinci Resolve, and I feel like I'm well qualified to make that video. So I'm going to film some different settings in the 10-bit, and I'm going to film some different settings in the 8-bit, and then we'll see which one I think looks better. I've been filming in the normal 8-bit for a little bit now, so some of my recent videos have used the normal setting. And when I posted those videos, I did very minimal color grading, sometimes none. So for the purposes of this comparison, I'm going to do no color grading when I film in 8-bit normal. Also, for the purposes of this video, all of my other camera settings have remained unchanged. I actually did a video talking about my camera settings and talking about why I run the setup I do, and I'll put a link up here at the top right now to go check out that video if you haven't already. But really, you can keep watching here. I'm going to post my settings right now, and that's really what I use almost every time I go out riding. Those are my camera settings, except for today. I'm going to be playing around with normal and D-Log 10-bit. So this is now filming in normal 8-bit on the Osmo Action 4. All my other settings have remained the same, and I'm not color grading this at all. So what you see here is no color grading at all. It's the footage as the camera produces it. As I talk through this video, I'm talking about the cameras that I'm using, which is the DJI Osmo Action 4 and previously the Action 3. But I know that GoPros and other action cameras have a similar choice in how to choose the color setup on the camera. So as I experiment with this in the video, I think the principles in theory will apply to GoPros and Insta360s and other action cameras, not just the DJI Osmos. All right, we are back to 10-bit D-Log color setting, and I'm doing some grading in post. Might as well check out what this footage looks like ungraded. So here it is without any grading. This is the way it comes off the camera, and then here it is after I've done color grading. Like I said, I'm not amazing at this, but I do a few simple things to make it look better. So here we are back in the normal setting, 8-bit, no color grading. A little bit more footage here. So as I've been using the normal, the 8-bit color over the last, probably half a dozen videos, one of the things that I've noticed that stands out that I like is there appears to be better contrast. The shapes on the trail have more clarity and contrast, and they stand out a little bit better. And so that's one of the things I want to pay attention to as I do these kind of back-to-back comparisons on the same day and similar lighting. I'm looking for, hey, what footage looks better, but that's one of the things that's already stood out to me that I'm kind of looking for. Okay, could be some mud there. All right, here we go on Terminator Trail, and we're starting on 10-bit color. So again, here's it with no color grading. Here it is with the color grading added. The 10-bit D-Log captures more color information, and you'd think more is better, right? More detail, more color, more variety. So I think in theory, some people pick that setting because it seems like a better setting, and that's kind of what I did. Is I picked it because that's what people who I was following on YouTube were doing. That's the setting they chose. But I'm definitely humble enough to admit that I'm really not an expert when it comes to color grading. I can kind of hack around a bit and fiddle with some things to make it better. The question is, can I do a good enough job with color grading to bring that 10-bit footage and really take full advantage of that? Or should I rely a little bit more on the camera's automatic settings where it makes sense? That is fun. You know, I'm willing to admit that changing it into the normal setting, the 8-bit setting, actually gets me better results with less work. And that could be great. Yes. And a tree. All right, good time to switch to 8-bit color. Here we are in 8-bit normal color. Back on the ride. Yeah. All right, kind of technical climbing section around the corner here. And one of the things I like about 8-bit is the clarity. So, ooh-wee. And one of the things I love about this bike is how it pedals up technical climbs. So, go nollie. Huh. All right, we are back on 10-bit color here. So good. Whew. A rock. So we're back in 8-bit normal. Oh, big splash. Didn't quite make that. All right, here is this jump, not that one, coming up. And we're in this 8-bit normal. Here we go. All right. It's only a free ride bike if you push it up the hill sometimes, right? All right, here we go, 10-bit color. I definitely went bigger on the jump. There you go. 10-bit color makes you go bigger on jumps. Yeah, I think that's my landing there. Hard to line up for the next one, but it sure is fun. One more time. This is 8-bit color. No grading at all. Normal color. Going really big on the jump. I just had to prove that 8-bit color goes just as big as 10-bit. I just cleaned off the lens. I don't know how long that'll last for. There's a lot of puddles and full running creeks. So I think I've really settled on the 8-bit color being what I want, what's going to be best for me, best for the footage I want to create and the time I want to spend on creating it and the finished product. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Definitely like and subscribe, but leave a comment down below on which setting you think looks better for mountain biking videos, at least in this video anyway. We've got the 10-bit versus the 8-bit, color grading versus just let the camera run and do its thing. So let me know. Stay on the trail.